Hey everyone, it is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Diddy and the hotline that one lawyer set up to receive calls from people who feel they was victimized by Diddy. They said within a 24-hour period, the hotline received not 100, not 120, not 1,200, but 12,000 phone calls. And he said it is a huge task trying to go through these phone calls to see what's real from what's not, who's a victim or who just saw something and want to tell what they saw. He said it's a big task, and he has over 100 people working on said situation. I think these lawyers really feel they're going to rake in the cash with their clients in these lawsuits against Diddy. But after a while, I mean, I can't imagine there being any money left. You could be a billionaire, but one thing that happens with your bank account, if you're constantly working and money is constantly coming in, because Diddy lost every deal possible. Okay, he has no deals left, so the only thing he's getting is residual income, any royalties from what he has already done, stuff like that. And a lot of places have stopped streaming his music, so I think his bank account is staying steady right now. Well, not steady. It has whatever number it has in there, and it keeps dwindling and dwindling and dwindling down because he has to pay these lawyers monthly. And I'm sure the bill is in the millions because he doesn't have a lawyer. He has several lawyers. So with that being said, after a while, victim number 100 or something like that down the line, there's going to be no money to get. They may get a judgment against them, and maybe the judgment will be something astronomical and crazy, but they'll probably never see the money, and neither will their lawyer, because there's not going to be any left. That's just my thought process on that. But let's go ahead and get into this story. So, hotline from hell, Diddy abuse number flooded with an astonishing 12,000 calls in its first 24 hours, with lawyer for fresh victims declaring that shifting through these phone calls is a beast of a task. Okay. A hotline set up for fresh victims of Sean Diddy Combs received 12,000 calls in 24 hours. Radar Online can reveal the service was set up by lawyer Tony Buzbee, who is planning to file more lawsuits against the disgraced rapper. Now, I didn't think Tony filed any of his lawsuits as of yet, but I could be wrong. Having revealed on Tuesday during a press conference, the hotline has received more than 3,000 calls. Buzbee has confirmed the numbers have since swelled. He said from a press conference we had yesterday, and this man is forever doing a press conference. He got 12,000 calls to get through, and he got time to go to the press and keep updating them. File your lawsuits already and let us see the lawsuits, okay? But anyway, from a first press conference we had with them yesterday, we had 12,000 calls in about 24 hours, okay? Everybody wants to get some notoriety and fame off of this horrific situation. So the task is to try to shift through every one of the calls and make sure that we're identifying those who are victims and those who are witnesses and collect evidence. All the witnesses should be ashamed of themselves. Okay. If you witnessed this more than one time and didn't say anything, but I'll carry on. Speaking to the Law and Crime Network, Buzbee added, we have almost 100 people working on this task. So he has all of these people employed to go through these phone calls. He's really thinking at the end of the day, I'm going to get paid, because I'm sure he's paying these people in real time a lot of money to sit there and go through these phone calls. The lawyer is now focusing on ensuring the cases are legitimate before seeking action. He said the 120 cases that we announced yesterday, those are claims that we could file right now against Sean Combs. Well, why are you doing press conferences? File them. But we're trying to make sure that when we file the cases, that we include every potentially liable part. Houston-based Buzbee confirmed 25 of those 120 accusers were minors at the time of the alleged abuse. The lawyer claimed on Tuesday his firm has been able to corroborate the allegations via videos, pictures, text messages, police reports, and hospital records. Well, I will say this. A lot of the lawsuits, and I've read a lot of these lawsuits that I've read so far, I don't think many of them I'm gonna say it's on a very low end. People have pictures, yes. I didn't have anyone having videos except Little Rod. I'll take that back. Text messages, yeah, but what do the text messages say? But this is where I haven't heard many have police reports and hospital records. So that's going to be the interesting part. He said most of these events and incidents occurred at parties and after parties or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they called a puppy party. And that's crazy. I don't know what that is. And all white parties. Buzbee noted the alleged abuse occurred over the 33 years from 1991 to 2024. Now, I will say this. First of all, anyone after Cassie filed her lawsuit and that went mainstream. I mean, it was on every news outlet. It went mainstream. So if you did not know about Puffy and his bad behavior before Cassie lawsuit, one thing you have to tell yourself for sure is you knew sometime in 2023 when Cassie lawsuit was put out there for the public consumption that this man had to be a little off. So anybody from, I'm going to say November 2023 up into 2024 when he got locked up, that you was dealing with this man, okay, I'm giving you the side eye. And he claimed the names of some of those who were complicit will shock you. I think now so many names have been being thrown around that I don't think we're going to be shocked when we hear the names, unless it's going to be a new name that we haven't heard so far. In response to the news conference, an attorney for Diddy, Erica Wolf, released a statement saying the music mogul cannot address every meritless allegation in what has become a reckless media circus. And I will agree, it is a reckless media circus. From Gloria Allred, who did that press conference with a client that seems like she's questionable, okay, to now this lawyer here, you keep doing press conferences, but where are your lawsuits? It's a mess. It's a media circus. She continued that said, Mr. Combs empathetically and categorically denies as false and defamatory any claim that he SA'd anyone, including minors. He looks forward to proving his innocence and vindicating himself in court where the truth will be established based on evidence, not speculation. Meanwhile, top lawyer Brian Friedman has claimed high-profile accomplices of the music mogul will be named in a new wave of accusers' suits, adding the names will shock you. He told Page Six many people at the highest level, including artists, executives, managers, and others, are not sleeping well right now. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the type of person, I'm not even a partier. I just happen not to be. And nothing against people that like to party and have fun, right? But the thing is, I even as not being a partier, if I even like had a picture with Sean Combs or party with him once or was at a dinner table with him, I probably would not be sleeping well, not knowing did he tape one of my conversations or I don't know. I would be nervous too. Even if I'm innocent, I would just be like, oh my God, if pictures come out with me that are innocent and Sean Combs, are people going to put 20 on 10 and start saying Diva did all of this with this man? This is crazy. Friedman also warned those who knowingly allowed or encouraged the behavior while remaining silent should be concerned. Diddy is awaiting trial on federal ST charges and has been locked up at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn since pleading not guilty on September the 17th. Whew. Listen, guys. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. This number seems outrageous, but I guess if you want to span it over 33 years and someone at his level, maybe having contact with over 12,000 people is not an unusual number. It just seems astronomical to me. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Let me know your thoughts because we're just talking. That's what we do over here. It's trending topics. We kind of just talk about things. Do you think that right now I feel like Diddy is drowning? Do you think him and his lawyers can get his head above the water just so he can breathe? Do you think he is going to be able to remotely recover from this situation? Chat with me in the comments, guys, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button, people, and I'll see you on the next video.